if you think Simon Ekpa is the one making orders for sit at home in Southeast or encouraging the killings of people, then let's dialogue with him.
Oh, welcome once more, great people of Biafra. There's a reason why I brought this up at this point. We have all heard what he said. We have all heard his submission. If Simon Ekpa is responsible, then why not dialogue with him? Most of these politicians during their campaign period, they will be giving you suggestions on what to do, and every time you'll be hearing we'll dialogue with them, we'll do this, we'll dialogue with them. All of them kept saying they would dialogue and find a way to settle the issue of Biafra. But then they have entered power, they are there, all of them are quiet. The dialogue they do not want to do again. They now want to use force. They now want to remain in that position. They do not want any positive change any longer. This is the kind of people who claim to be leaders. Now, there was a town hall meeting on security issues in the country, and the Chief of Defense Staff was present and was receiving questions and answering those questions. And he made mention of very pertinent issues and discussed about Simon Ekpa and what Simon Ekpa is doing and what the European Union are not doing and what they are doing. He made mention of their actions and inactions, and that is what we will be looking into today. We are going to play the video. You are going to hear what he has said, and then we are going to critically examine what he has said and give our take and expose the lies and the deceit inherent in those statements that he has made. Let us listen.
What is the major issue? The military is now so much involved in internal policing. It does look like you're being taken away from your primary assignment and you are doing secondary and leaving the primary. What would you say is your major problem military-wise?
Now, before he responds to that question, there's something I want to say. That question is very, very important and very pivotal. If you understand that question, you will understand what is happening. Forget about whatever they are saying online. Now, the question is, why is the military on the streets doing the work of police? Why is the military on the streets doing the work of police? That is one question everybody should ask him or herself. One very pertinent question everybody should ask him or herself. What is the military doing on our roads? That is to show you that there is something happening. There is ongoing, will I call it undeclared war going on. But many persons do not understand. When Prime Minister Simon Ekpa will be telling you that something is going on, something is going on. Many people thought it was a joke. Many people called it a bluff. Many people said it was a lie. Many people were talking all manner of nonsense. But you are going to listen to his response, and from his response you are going to know what is happening. Then when people tell you that there's an ongoing war, you would understand better. Now,
thank you very much. I'm really very happy to be here, and it's good to be with this forum today. Well, I think as Nigerians, first and foremost, we need to take ownership of what's going on in the country. And when I say ownership, it is not a time for us to start trading blames on who to do it. We are dealing with asymmetric warfare, which is a new kind of warfare. It's different from the conventional term, and that's what we want to make very clear. Conventional warfare is between country to country. Now, asymmetric warfare, you are dealing with non-state actors, people you don't know, people that are your own. I give you some examples. Sometimes when we go on cordon and search operations, the same village you get in, they hide the weapons, catch them, they don't have anything, and you proceed. And they dig out these weapons and fire you from the rear. It is difficult because you don't even know who is your enemy. Everybody is an enemy. There is no front. Everywhere, is a front as much as possible. Now, the challenges we're having is that understanding.
Wonderful. Now you have heard from him. He said they are dealing with asymmetric warfare. and not a conventional warfare. That the conventional warfare is a war between country to country. But then this is asymmetric warfare. What it simply means is that some persons are involved in guerrilla warfare with the military. And so, have you ever seen or heard where any military in the world was able to defeat people that are into guerrilla warfare? It doesn't happen. It has never happened, because you don't know where they are coming from. You don't know how they are positioned. You don't know the people. They come and they strike at will. They strike at their own time. They may be passing you. They may just walk past you. You will not know that they are the ones. But when they want to come, they will come and pick you and go. And that is how they will continue to reduce your strength, reduce your strength, reduce your strength. The reason why you see this man crying is that the strength of the military is reducing gradually. And that was why the policeman there that was representing the IG, the one DIG that was representing the IG, he was complaining and saying that they will need to increase the quota for personnel that they are going to recruit every year. Because of what? Because of what? Because they know their numbers are decreasing by the day. And so that is the result of the guerrilla warfare you are seeing. That is the asymmetric warfare. Now you ask yourself, what led to this? When this man was talking, he said it is their own people. It is the same people that are doing this. And now we ask you a question. Why is it that your people have turned against you? What were you doing? Tell yourself the truth. What are the wrongs? What are the evil things you have been doing against these people that made them turn against you? High-handedness, evil, buying of innocent people. This was how they operated. Remember what they did to youths in Lekki. Remember what they did to youths in Aba. Remember what they did to Biafra youths in Emene, in Enugu. Remember what they did to youths in Asaba. Remember what they have been doing to the youth in different areas of the country. Each time these youths come out and say we need freedom, and they are not coming out with any arm, they are not coming out with any weapon, they are just coming out with flags and saying we need reform, we need Biafra. Give us a date for referendum. Let us decide our fate. Let the people come together and say this is what they want, this is not what they want. You fail to do that, and you have put fire in the whole you have added fuel to the whole fire that you are trying to quench by kidnapping and still extraordinary rendition in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and you still have him in your custody, and you want peace. The first step to peace is releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally first. Release the innocent man. Then you now begin to talk about any other thing. We now begin to talk about a referendum for Biafra. Because it has passed the stage of trying to dialogue for peace and coming together as one. No. Release the man Nnamdi Kanu first, and then we will now talk about referendum. Then if people decide that they want to stay in Nigeria, fine. If they decide they want to stay in a separate country like Biafra, wonderful. Peacefully we go our way. We would not even resort into buying of all these people. Why must you sacrifice these people for something you know will definitely come? Because this is an ideology. You cannot, even if you capture the guys that are involved in this guerrilla warfare, even if you capture, if there are 200, you capture 100 of them, another 200 will still come, because this is an ideology. This is a thing that is imbued. This is as a result of what you have done to the fathers, their grandfathers, their generations, past generations, and you are still doing the same thing, even worse, to the present generation. What is the gain of the people of Biafra in the current Nigeria as it were? What are the people of Biafra gaining? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. No presence of international community, no presence of international airport, no presence of international waterways, no presence of any federal, whatever. Nothing. Everything is just in the west and the north, and you abandon the people of Biafra. You completely abandon them. The same evil you did against their fathers, the same evil you did against their generations in the past, you are doing to them in the present generation, and you are trying to cage them, and you are doing the worst, trying to, the reason, the evil you are doing now is that you now want to, take over their lands. That is the greatest evil you want to do now. Take over their land using Ruga, using cattle ranch, using cattle ways. What is this not a private business? They should go and acquire land privately and use for their business. Why must the federal government want to acquire land for these people with the federal allocation, federal money? If you want to do that, then other private businesses, you must acquire land for them and give them money for their business, because that is what you are trying to say.
Ekpa, he is in Finland. The Finnish government are giving him all the support, and he's doing what he's doing. The comments he's making, people are being killed, and nothing is being done. And this is democracy. If European Union is the one supporting democracy, and this is happening, and they are not taking action, then they don't mean well for Nigeria. We have said that in clear terms. We need to diplomatically find means of getting him out of whatever it is that he's doing. He must be arrested. He must be prosecuted. Look at it from the other way. Assuming he is in Nigeria and he's doing that to the Finnish government, you think the European Union will allow that happen? They definitely will not. So why are they allowing him to do what he's doing? Someone, Ekpa.
This man thinks these people are not aware of the atrocities of this nation. He thinks the international community are not aware of the atrocious activities of this nation. In fact, let us not even talk about the evidences that Simon Ekpa has against them. Let us talk about the current evidence in their custody, which is Nnamdi Kanu. The current evidence in their custody. In the Kenyan government, what they have in their books is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in Kenya as of today. And so how is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria when practically in the books Nnamdi Kanu is in Kenya? How did they go about it? Did they follow the due process? No. The Kenyan government has said that they are not aware of anybody carrying any extradition procedures. Okay. Are the police or the DSS or the Interpol aware of these actions? They are not aware. The Interpol has come out, I think the African director of Interpol thereabout, he came out one time to say they are not aware. He stated it categorically that they are not aware of any extradition process of Nnamdi Kanu or anything that concerns Nnamdi Kanu, that they are not aware of how he got to Nigeria. That is the Nigerian government that would explain that. The Kenyan police and the Kenyan government have also denied that they don't know anything about it, that technically Nnamdi Kanu is still in Kenya. Now, the Nigerian government have come out. Previously, in the first video where Lai Mohammed came out to make statement on how Nnamdi Kanu came, he said they cooperated with sister agencies in other countries, and they were able to bring him down to Nigeria. Where are those sister agencies? Everybody has denied you. You see the kind of country you live in, lies upon lies upon lies. A country built on lies. A country built on lies. It cannot do something if they don't tell lies. And that is why we cannot believe anything these politicians are saying, or anybody who is in Nigeria claiming that he is a political leader. We do not believe what they are saying, because they have, sold us lies for years. They have sold us lies for years. So how do we start now to believe people who have been lying and don't want to change? They are perpetual and habitual liars. How do you want people to believe in them? We need a new nation, and we need to begin to chart that course for a new nation as quickly as possible. Thank you for listening. It is always Biafra First.